there's a rainbow
Oh, look
too.
how blue it is.
Look
Right
at the
here,
rainbow.
right here, right here, right here.
Man, that's pretty right there.
All of a
That
sudden,
is
it's getting
beautiful.
flaming red.
That is gorgeous. Huh. That is pretty. That means the calm before the storm.
This camping trip was one that didn't quite turn out like any of us expected it to. There were many twists and turns, cancellations, and adjusting of plans. But for a weekend where we originally had a verbal attendance of over 12 people, the number dwindled, mainly due to the threatening remnants of a hurricane that was traveling up the eastern coast at the time.
You'll get like a grainy picture, but if you get enough light,
Mm-hmm. There's a deer in the woods. I'm like,
I thought I silenced my phones. That's mine. We have the same one.
that's why we're getting the same messages.
We're getting the same.
I was like, but I have the same whistle.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, we have the same one because I remember last time. I think it was that.
It makes a big difference.
Yep.
Sure does.
This wood here is actually seasoned ready to burn mark. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, I tried to let it season for 2 years after I cut it.
My friend Andy and I drove down on Thursday evening after having originally planned to be there that previous Monday. He was only going to stay for one night, but he was itching to see our property and test his luck at hunting the game in this area. Andy taught me some of the finer things about deer hunting. Even though I don't have any desire to really ever get into it, we both have a passion for being outdoors and enjoying the change in the weather at this time of year.
How'd you sleep?
Pretty good. It's cold.
I had several layers. I put sweats on. I don't know anything about it.
Uh-huh.
I thought here after a little bit, we'll mosey up. Actually, I was thinking going up, putting my stuff up there, and then just
It's supposed to be blowing this way.
right now it's not doing much. When I first came down here, I mean it's
Yeah.
that thing does video too.
Yeah.
So we walked some of the area, admiring the details and stillness of that brisk morning forest, looking for deer paths and bedding areas along the way. And of course, keeping an eye out for some of the early trees beginning to show their autumn brilliance. That was more of what I was hunting for. Easygoing, and the usual guests were scheduled to show up later in the day. But first, Andy and I walked even more of the grounds before he had to head back home around noon.
I switched my lens. This is my shorter lens now. If I had the other one, I'd probably be able to. Ready? You think like the cold? You know what I mean? Do they slow down? Sure is. Yeah, I think it's a trunk of a down tree or a rock. That's why I call it Neon Valley, because we're down. Yeah. Want to eat it?
I want you to eat it. The whole...
Past it. You know what I mean?
And then to do something like this.
Right, yeah.
Because
Pretend that something's going on.
Right here's
behind.
deer tracks.
How tempted are you to go sit on that elbow?
I just looked at that. And it's like a whole other tree.
It is. Isn't that crazy?
It's amazing how that works.
Right.
It's just...
Well, let's see if we can find, because there is an actual path that goes up. Yeah. It's down here a little farther though. Let's see if we can find it.
My dad and I ended up hiking the same loop after Andy left, but in the opposite direction. Our eventual destination was our sitting spot in the valley, while we waited for our other friends to arrive. It's one of those things we always make sure we do when we are down here. And it's been quite a while, it seems, since it's just been the two of us.
Oh, did you see what he gave
Oh
me?
my goodness, yeah, he gave you a ton of stuff. Next weekend. Oh. I heard that your mowing can wait till next week so you can make it down today. Fantastic news. Yeah.
I'm not sure how many more times we will be able to do this, so it was nice to spend the quality time with my dad.
Yeah. Fire ring back home. This is where we stopped this morning.
Oh, you didn't.
Andy and I stopped right here.
Okay.
I will clarify that for you.
Now, it didn't start raining until later that night, but the sky put on quite the show for us at sundown. I ended up leaving the next morning, so I had stayed for only 2 nights. But my dad and the others hung on and endured the weekend rain all the way until Monday. All in all, it was another fun trip, and a perfect way to open up the month of October and to build the anticipation for the season ahead.
Okay, yeah. Was that right off of 97?
No, if you have to go to 140, go west a little bit, like 3 miles.
Okay.
And it's
Okay.
right,
Heading towards
right there.
Taney Town.
Never actually picked out.